Hello everyone, this is Atul Vijay Kumar from Amrita IAS Academy. Welcome back to our Prelims Master Program, where I'll be discussing different ways and techniques to solve MCQs. So today we'll be going ahead with some of the economic questions that was asked in previous UPSC exams. Okay, this is a much more better question, amenable to our logic. Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board is the first regulatory body set up by the government of India. Okay, first, so we have to consider it seriously. So that is our key term there. One of the tasks of PNGRB, that is this board, is to ensure competitive markets for gas. Okay, sounds nice, that's fine. Appeals against the decisions of PNGRB go before the Appellate Tribunals of Electricity. Okay, maybe logically if you look at why would appeal from PNGRB would go to Electricity Tribunal, that is one way you can eliminate that. But if you know anything about tribunals in India, there are these kind of situations, because we don't have so much tribunals and so much appellate tribunals. So maybe some appellate tribunal would be dealing issues from different tribunals. So that is possible in the Indian scenario, but let us keep that, let us not take that into serious consideration. But first statement, Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board is the first regulatory body set up by the government of India. Let us kind of dissect that a bit. We have seen about independent regulatory commissions earlier. It's the same idea, okay? So this PNGRB is also an independent regulatory agency. So when it comes to independent regulatory agency, I think I mentioned with that earlier question, these are a set of institutions that came into being after our LPG reforms. Yeah, after our LPG reform. So Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board, if it is to be the first, it has to be coming around somewhere around 91, 92, 93, that kind of a time. Okay, but we don't know the year. But let us think about other institutions, other independent regulatory commissions that came around that time. Maybe what about SEBI, right? Securities and Exchange Board of India. Do you know that maybe 3-4 years they celebrated SEBI's 25th anniversary, or maybe at least you know that SEBI was here for maybe for past 20-25 years, or it came after the Harshad Mehta scandal and all that. Okay, that is one thing you can try to recall. Or maybe another thing which I think is that this idea of natural gas being a trendy thing, that's very late, right? So this natural gas wasn't that valuable, renewable, I mean a fossil fuel until recently. We are all behind coal and petroleum. When did we start focusing so much on natural gas? It's just maybe 10-15 years before. So do you think we would have a regulatory board for petroleum and natural gas in 90s? That also appears less likely, right? So in one sense you have to know that SEBI, IRDA all came earlier, or I can give you another thing that just came to me. So immediately after the LPG reforms, liberalization, privatization, globalization. So we liberalized our economy, we privatized, we globalized, and as a result of so many private investments in this country. So that is the first thing, we are opening up our economy to private investment, which is the first kind of regulator that would be set up in this country. Okay, just imagine all of these regulators are set up immediately after liberalization, but which is our first concern? We should have some regulator for our private investment, right? Maybe in the primary market or in the secondary market. So that is what SEBI is doing. SEBI is the securities regulator, how investment happens in the secondary market and things like that. So do you think SEBI or PNGRB is going to come first in the post-liberalized India? It's definitely going to be SEBI, right? So it's only after all those regulators, SEBI, IRDA, pension fund, it's only after then that you will have a petroleum and natural gas regulatory authority, right? So in that way also you can think. So once you eliminate the first you are basically left with only option. So you go with that. So that is the beauty of this question. So as you can see, the third statement is also true here.